Hi, everyone. It's Cindy from Dear Mom Reads and Writes, and welcome or welcome back. It's been a little bit, and I hope you've been well. And right now it is December 12th, so it's a busy holiday season, I'm sure, for most people. And anyway, I wanted to come on and check in, and I hope, like I said, I'm repeating myself again, but that you're all doing well. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the holiday season and what I'm reading right now. And I don't know, whatever else comes up. So I do like to read Christmas stories around this time. My family does celebrate the Christmas holidays. And I just love this time of the year. I don't have family nearby, just sad. But I do have a sister moving here shortly, which is wonderful. She'll be here for Christmas. There's 6 of us, and we're kind of scattered all over. She's going to move to where I am in North Carolina, and will, I'm sure, on sometime over the actual Christmas days, Zoom with family up in Maine, and that'll be great. That's kind of what we do. Flying into the Northeast at that time of the year is just something I'd rather not do. It's just, there's usually a storm, there's delays, a lot of people traveling. Anyway. So I'm staying home. And so what I've done is dug out a few of my Christmas books, and I just wanted to share them with you. And I look forward to hearing what you do during this time and what books you like to read. I'm just corny. Yes, my name is Cindy. I also watch Hallmark Christmas movies. I do. I started doing that during lockdown after I watched everything I think that was ever made on PBS. And yes, I started watching them. They're sweet and silly, and they make me forget about all the other things going on in the world. Anyway, on to books. So, of course, there is my absolute favorite. I read it every year. Ton of movies have been made about it. The Muppets version is my favorite, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and that is, of course, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This copy I just bought at our local bookshop, and it's a reproduction of the original, so it has that similar cover, and I think it's cloth binding. It does have gold edges. And it has reproductions of the notes he wrote and the prints. Let me just find a colorful one. Oh, there's Marley's Ghost. So I look forward to reading this. I save it for when we get a little bit closer to the actual holiday. So if you've read A Christmas Carol, I mean, Dickens was certainly I think the best first line writer in history. Marley was dead to begin with. Honestly, I was hooked from the beginning a long time ago. So A Christmas Carol. I also, loving Dickens as I do, have a collection of it includes A Christmas Carol, and this has some of his other Christmas tales, including The Cricket on the Hearth, The Haunted Man, Christmas Tree, and The Holly Tree. So there are various copies and versions of these Dickens Christmas collections. There's also Dickens Ghost Stories. But this is one I usually read, The Cricket on the Hearth. Anyway, we'll see. This year, I don't know yet. What else? Okay. This is so fabulous. This is Letters from Father Christmas by J.R.R. Tolkien. If you don't know about it, he wrote letters to his children, Tolkien did, from St. Nicholas for over 20 years. And inside, there are lots of, boom. Anyway, there are lots of versions of this. This one actually includes, which I adore, letters. So you open it up without tearing it. And there are reproductions of the letter or letters. And if not legible, there are typed versions on the other side. So they're charming and darling, and they are about Father Christmas and his friend who gets into a lot of trouble, the polar bear, and an elf. And like I said, if you don't know about this, it's just so wonderfully illustrated. It's beautiful. I encourage you to check it out. Again, Letters from Father Christmas by Tolkien. Moving on. Here's another collection. This is a Christmas treasury of Yuletide stories and poems. There we go. I got this at a used bookstore, and I just love it. It was given to somebody for Christmas. Let me just read what it says, because I love when I find these kinds of books. It's in great shape. December 25th, 1998, with all my love to Kathy Lee. I'm very proud of you. I'm not sure if that says, it says Mama, from Mama. Anyway, wherever you are, your book made it into the hands of someone who really loves it. So this has poems from Robert Frost, passages from T.S. Eliot, Tolstoy, Lewis Carroll, Tennyson, Arthur Conan Doyle, Louisa May Alcott, excerpt from Little Women, which isn't really a Christmas story, but it kind of opens at Christmas, and that's the excerpt that's included here. Hans Christian Andersen, Ogden Nash, Oscar Wilde, Elizabeth Barry Browning, and so many more. It's a wonderful collection. Like I said, I got it in great shape, and I've been pulling it out and reading, just kind of jumping in somewhere and reading whatever opens up on the page. So this is another great find. This is edited by James Charlton and Barbara Gilson. Let me check the publication date. I think is in 1998. Oh, 1976 by Guild America Books. This version in 1992. So it's been around a while. Not quite as long as me, but a while. Okay, there's another one. And also, this is a lovely Washington Irving book. It's Old Christmas. And he wrote about this visits to an old manor house in England when he was staying there. And it's just sort of a traditional English Christmas. It's filled with, let's see, I think it's Old Christmas, a sketchbook of Washington Irving. That's it. This is a lovely, you can throw it in your bag copy. I didn't take the paper off the back a couple years ago when I bought it. But yeah, it's a charming, like very Pickwick Papers, like Old Christmas by Washington Irving, from his sketchbook. So I urge you to check this out if you love reading Christmas tales. This one was published in 2022. So Merry Christmas from Washington Irving. And last for today anyway, this is one I did reread this year. I had read, back in November, finished The Women by Kristen Hanna. If you've read it, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching. It just really did me in. I'll talk about it another time, but it really was a whopper of an emotional ride. And so I needed something lighter. And so I started pulling out my Christmas books after I read that. And this is one by Jenny Colgan, The Christmas Bookshop, that I absolutely love. Who doesn't want to be in an old bookshop in Edinburgh around Christmas? This is a story of Carmen, who is a snarky second, there's two sisters. The oldest is the lawyer and accomplished and has done all the right things, has a beautiful refurbished old home in, I guess, the center of Edinburgh. And Carmen's not doing so well. She goes to her sister's, kind of almost forced, for a bookshop. Her sister, Sonia, the oldest, is a lawyer, and one of her clients is the person who owns this bookshop. It's a beautiful old bookshop, as you can imagine, in old Edinburgh. I mean, craggy and tunnels and nooks and crannies, just amazing, right? And so, but Carmen is a snarky, funny, character who's just not doing so great. She's about 30, I think. She's just not doing great. She was living with her parents after she lost her job. So she goes anyway to Edinburgh thinking, all right, I'll do, mom and dad want me to do this. I'll go to this bookshop. And I'll, do what they want me to, and then I'll go back home to mom and dad's. Well, of course, it doesn't, there are surprises along the way. And it is so charming and funny. I just adore this character that Jenny Colgan's created. I haven't read, there is a sequel to this, and I just picked it up from the library. So I haven't started reading it yet, but I will. So anyway, Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. These are just some of the Christmas collections. What else is by my bedside? I have poetry always. I always have nonfiction. Sorry, excuse me. By my bedside, I'm usually reading W.B. Yeats at any given time. I also have a biography of Ray Bradbury going. Talk about, very different. That has been going on. I adore Ray Bradbury. So anyway, those are some of the things I'm reading. Today's a day off for me. I'm working tomorrow at the library and Saturday. I have Fridays off. I don't know why you need to know that, but there it is. So today has been just like lazy day, read my book, made muffins, which is astonishing. I'm getting into the whole baking mode because surprisingly, I'm in North Carolina, but it's freezing. So I'm wearing a hat. Well, it's also green, red sweater, Christmas. Anyway, but it's been really cold for here. So I'm into the whole baking thing already. And I don't know. I used to bake a lot. I haven't been doing that lately. I bake at Christmas for my sister and I. We like this one cookie. I know, how boring, right? I make almond Christmas spritz with a cookie press, and it's so easy. Probably why we like it. But no, they're wonderful. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to start baking again. And so I got some muffin pans, which I didn't know I didn't own. Been that long. And I'm kind of in a muffin phase. So who knew? Who knows what will come up for in the next few weeks? And on Christmas, I'll surprise my sister with something interesting from my muffin cookbook. Anyway, I don't know. Can't think of anything else. I hope you, again, I said this at the beginning, I hope you are all well. I know this holiday season, it's not all sparkles and rainbows, certainly. All the things that go on in life, the joys and sorrows continue, whether it's Christmas or not. And I know this can be a really difficult time for people. And so my heart goes out to everyone at this time, because not only, even if there's not a specific challenging thing, there are lots of little things or an accumulation of things that can really come up, whether it's memories of people gone or just difficult times that we're living in. And what I wish for you all is that you have community and comfort with a friend or friends or family. So I wish that for all of us. Community is so important, and the joys and sorrows of life are definitely helped by having people in your life who really, really care about you. So that's my can't talk. That's my Christmas wish for all of you, for all of us. Not sure if I'll be getting back on here again before the actual holiday. I hope to. I just don't know. Life. So if not, if you celebrate Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you have a blessed Hanukkah surrounded by family and loved ones. And Kwanzaa, all the holidays, solstice, happy holidays to everyone. Be safe, be happy, and I wish you peace. Until next time, thanks again for watching. Bye now.